All right, good afternoon. We asked you here today because we want to assure our residents, our businesses, and visitors that preparations are well underway in Atlanta to deal with Hurricane Helene. Forecasters say Helene could be unprecedented for Georgia, and the governor has already declared a state of emergency for the entire state of Georgia. Forecasters say that we are in for some difficult weather events ahead. Right now, Atlanta is under a tropical storm watch as well as a flood watch. I've asked my senior leaders, that you see here, department heads and commissioners and chiefs to join me today to answer any questions that you may have about city operations and our preparedness. We just exited a call of about 97 senior leaders of the City of Atlanta's various departments, where all of us were on the call going over our various responsibilities, led by COO Burks and our emergency preparedness team. So this is where we are right now. Our Department of Watershed Management has been proactively working since we first learned of the possibility of Helene, cleaning out storm drains and making sure our low-lying areas have all of the things that they need to divert water. Watershed Management has emergency response teams in place to address any issues that arise. They're paying close attention and monitoring water flow in the city's known flooding hotspots. Again, they've been preparing and performing routine maintenance and concentrated cleanouts to ensure that stormwater drains are unobstructed by any debris in areas prone to flooding. The Department of Parks and Recreation's forestry team is working closely with our Department of Public Works and the Department of Transportation, as well as Atlanta Fire Rescue Department, to coordinate any tree removal and storm debris removal. Department of Public Works crews are out cleaning draining systems, anticipating the heavy rainfall as well. They've already moved vehicles to higher ground. And as of right now, DPW has a 24/7 staffing plan ready so that there will be no time during this state of emergency when the city is uncovered. The Atlanta Department of Transportation crews have already cleared bridges and curb inlets where we expect to see flooding. Chainsaw crews are on standby, ready to respond quickly to downed trees. Also, barricades have been strategically positioned for rapid deployment. Our E911 group has implemented their severe weather action plan, and operators are prepared to shelter in place as needed. Also, thanks to the Westin Hotel, they have stepped up and offered to house our E911 staff as needed as they work around the clock. Atlanta Fire Rescue Department is prepared to assist with everything from swift water rescues to downed tree removals if necessary. They've got their vehicles fueled up and ready to go. And the Atlanta Police Department is prepared to respond to any safety emergencies throughout the storm. Chief Shearbaum has already deployed extra supplies to precincts, and shelter-in-place locations are being identified for essential staff. ATL 311 is activating outside of its normal business hours from 12 midnight to 7 a.m. on Thursday, giving Atlantans 24-hour access to information. Again, ATL 311 will operate for 24 hours starting at midnight tonight. And we're giving our remote, is it tonight or is it tomorrow night? Tomorrow night. I got my days right. And we're giving our remote staffers MiFis and Wi-Fis just in case they lose power. At Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, they already set in motion plans for flight cancellations and the possibility of stranded passengers. Concessionaires are planning to stay open as needed to accommodate passengers and crews and workers there. We've also made sure that there will be additional people on hand to continue to clean all of the terminals and concourses. Also, all activities at parks and recreation facilities are canceled for today and for Thursday. Again, parks and recreation facilities are canceled for today and Thursday. We will have a comprehensive list of openings and closings and schedules on atlga.gov. Again, that's atlga.gov, our website. And let me remind our residents to text the word notify ATL, one word, notify ATL, to this number, 24639, to sign up for emergency alerts. You can get alerted as we continue to offer up information. Notify ATL to 24639. Lastly, the City of Atlanta's offices has asked non-essential employees to work from home for their safety tomorrow. Again, work from home tomorrow to all Atlanta offices for non-essential employees. Ms. Burks, did I cover everything? Our COO Burks is here. Did I cover everything?
Mayor, I think you covered everything.
Okay. All right, good deal. Now I will address any questions, and we have our team members here that can also address any questions that the media may have.
Any questions? I guess for those senior citizens, I imagine that would be a point of emphasis. Maybe if you have a neighbor or a family member who may not be as mobile, is that an area that you have directed any special resources or?
Yeah, so one thing that we've learned over time is to make sure we have good phone numbers for all of our senior centers, our senior high-rises, and our senior facilities. Our Office of Constituent Services was on that call, and their team are already making sure that they make provisions to reach out to senior high-rises if they end up having any kind of power outages. How can we get to them to help them in anything that they may need? We learned a lot from previous emergency situations to coordinate with them. Atlanta Fire Rescue Department, of course, obviously is a great line of defense in being able to communicate directly with community members if they have power outages or down trees. And we've also already been in contact constantly with Georgia Power should individuals, whether they're seniors or otherwise, have power outages in their community, so that Georgia Power can then go out there, cut down tree limbs, as well as restore power as quickly as possible.
So, Mayor, we know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, Mayor, obviously, you call this unprecedented. I mean, what truly are we expecting tomorrow when it comes to streets, rains? And have we ever seen anything like this?
Well, I can't go as far back beyond where I would have been as alert about it as I am now, but I can tell you this is a state of emergency by the state of Georgia. We're seeing the effects of heavy rains that are coming our way. We have seen it move from a tropical storm to a hurricane. There were some estimations earlier that it was just going to be a tropical storm. Now it is indeed a hurricane. And this is, and you know, let me not get too far out on a limb, Felipe and Asher, but this is the culmination of two storms at once. There's one that's, of course, coming from the Gulf and one that's coming from the West. So we have that culmination that can make for a pretty hostile event and bring about a whole lot of rain. A lot of flooding is the potential there. High winds are also of concern. We've seen these in times past, so we're asking everybody to think about everything that you have, from your pets to your patio furniture, to any kind of thing that's outside. Think about events that you may be planning for tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. With high winds, heavy rain, you may want to postpone those events and make sure they either move indoors or that you postpone them altogether. So this is, while it may be unprecedented, it's definitely a set of events that we take very seriously and want to make sure that our residents, businesses, and visitors prepare for. Yeah.
So maybe that's been a point of focus to go back into problem areas in the past. Vine City, they've had historic flooding in the past. The city's taken measures to shore up some of that. Do you use past events to help prepare for this?
Absolutely. We use past events as the ones that you've mentioned. Atlanta's hilly. We're a city of 1,000 hills, as has been called before. And those low-lying areas are bowls, if you will. So while our watershed management department has done a lot to install vaults, to install sewers, there's still the possibility, when you have so much rain falling in a short amount of time, that those vaults and those sewer drains could get over-flooded. We don't want that to happen, but that's why we are going to those areas. We've already started. The watershed management team has already gone in and started doing clean-outs where the drains may have already been clogged from debris and litter, et cetera. They've gone in today to clean those out, and they'll be constantly monitoring those, learning from those events. But also, we've learned from recent events. In May 31st, the water main breaks. We learned a lot from that, which is why we were all able to get 97 of us on a call today. And also, on that call, most of the departments were already had their pre-event planning models, had their preparations. They didn't have to be told what to do. They were already prepared based on the preparations from our emergency preparedness team.
Sorry, yeah, realizing all the preparation you've done, given how unprecedented this is, how much are you sweating it now going into fall winter?
Well, you know, you can't predict the weather. If we did, you know, we wouldn't have, you know, these you know, big weather swings that we have. I wish that we, you know, would have this thing just quell and it go away. So my deal is we have to get prepared anyway for whatever may come. So we prepare for the worst and hope for the best. And so for us, we are getting everybody ready. This whole team here, we know that we're opening a Joint Operations Center tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Each department will have a representative right there, all looking at the same set of screens about weather patterns, looking at, you know, street cameras to see what the street conditions are. Our non-essential employees will be working from home, and our essential employees will be out and about on the streets of Atlanta, making sure people are safe. So I'm not sweating it because I got a whole bunch of other people that's going to be sweating it, and they'll be giving me updates throughout the night and throughout the day. But I think we're much better now than we've ever been to be prepared for these things.
Mayor, do you know what's going to be done to reach out to the homeless communities so these people may not even know the storm's coming?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually would like for, did you want to answer that, Asher, the team about, oh, you want to? Yeah, Ms. Burks, you can talk about that.
Sure. Thank you for the question around our unhoused population in the city of Atlanta. We have been working very closely with Partners for Home. As you know, some time ago, as a part of our bridge efforts, we had a partnership with Wellstar in using their facility for our homeless population. We have requested and been approved of an extension of that with Wellstar. And so between housing our unhoused at Wellstar as well as our parks and recreation centers, we have 3 of them that are ready to open if needed. That's the Selena Butler Park Recreation Center, the Old Adamsville Recreation Center, as well as the Central Park Recreation Center in the event we need that for overflow.
Thank you.
Thank you all. We'll be in touch again if we have any additional updates. Thank you. Thank you, team.